Moving on now, in Afghanistan, a couple of drone attacks have killed 17 people, including 5 Afghan students, north of the capital, Kabul. Authorities say a US-led airstrike hit the Siahgard town in Parwan province. They said it was meant to target Taliban militants in the region, but killed the students instead. Locals say the students were preparing for their yearly exams in a garden at the time. Also, in a separate US drone attack, 12 Taliban insurgents were killed in a village in the same province. The incidents are the latest drone attacks in Afghanistan, which have claimed many civilian lives so far. Let's get the latest now from our correspondent Faiz Khurshid, who's in Kabul. Faiz, there's been a wave of drone attacks across Afghanistan. The question is, has Washington given any explanation for the civilian casualties it has produced?
Well, we haven't received, actually the Afghan government has not received any explanation yet from the US military here in Afghanistan about these latest civilian casualties caused by US drone strike in Parwan province. Parwan has been hit by 2 separate drone strikes. One of them caused civilian casualties, the other caused Taliban casualties. We understand that 17 people have been killed in these 2 separate drone strikes in that part of this country, and 5 civilians are also among the dead. They were students that have been killed by this US drone operation there. And these civilian casualties have greatly angered the governor of Parwan province. On the phone, he strongly condemned these latest civilian casualties by the US airstrike there. But what's very disturbing is that the US drone operations continue to increase in major cities of this country, and the number of casualties is also rising, and we see that the victims have been both Taliban and civilians. But when civilians are killed, we see more and more condemnations coming out of the Afghan military and civilian institutions. So the president of this country, Ashraf Ghani Ahmadzai, is also expected to release a statement condemning these latest civilian casualties in Parwan province.
And of course, we're waiting for that statement to be released. But in general, what is the position of the new Afghan government on US drones?
Well, as you know, Kabul and Washington signed the bilateral security agreement. Based on this deal, about over 10,000 American forces are going to stay in this country, and they will be doing 2 particular things. One, what they call carrying counterinsurgency operations, and also giving trainings to the Afghan security forces. Recently, the president of this country, Ashraf Ghani Ahmadzai, said that drone operations are part of this bilateral security agreement, but his close aides have repeatedly said that they are not going to allow US to carry out those operations that usually cause civilian casualties.
All right, Press Faiz Khurshid reporting from Kabul. Thanks, Faiz.